For hundreds of years, Youxi in Fujian province has been known for its cascading terraces, fields, houses and hardworking people. The ancient Chinese philosopher Youxi was born here, and his ideas, having emerged from the mountains, became a spiritual force driving not only Chinese society, but also influencing the values of Asian and even Western society. But the mountains hindered economic development and communication with the outside world. Farming techniques struggled to advance, and the distinctive local character of the area did not bring prosperity to the people here. I'm Tom Walters from the Netherlands. I visited many villages in my work for the UN and EU rural development programs around the world aimed at alleviating poverty. I came to Youxi to find out how this very distinctive place got out of poverty and from where it received assistance.
Ni hao.
Ni hao, ni hao.
You are the chief of this village, I understand. Can you tell me a little bit about the past of this village? What happened in the present time?
我们这个村啊，处在是山区里面，以前生活非常困难，像这个交通不方便了，路都不通，农民只有种一些粮食。现在啊，农民生活水平提高了，收入也高了，小孩子上学这个问题、交通问题我们都解决了。像这些老旧破房子以前都会漏雨，现在你看呀，这个瓦片什么全部都给它整得好好的，这些都是上面好政策。现在我们农民啊都非常开心，生活各方面环境都改变了很多。
Through his story, I learned how government's policies have translated into practical measures that have been benefited the villagers. There's a Chinese saying, to get rich, first you need to build a road. With the construction of roads, houses and electricity, the basic conditions for a prolonged livelihood of the villagers are guaranteed. The villages have a new look now. This effort is fast and visible. In the conversation, we met Miss Tsai Dongjiao, who was busy drying tea oil camellia seeds. But I didn't expect that growing camellia wouldn't bring her much profit.
You lived your whole life here in this village, I understand. How was your life in the past?
以前因为我们这里交通不方便，种什么也不知道，种的东西我们种下去也换不了钱，没人收购。
But since the tea oil camellia enterprise came into the village, Tsai Dongjiao's life began to change. This private company not only sent technicians to teach them the technology of growing the camellias, but also employed Tsai Dongjiao and others to work in the fields and factories. And the company became a stable buyer.
价格也比我们原来卖得更好，生活水平也提高上来了。
From seed selection to planting, fertilizing and picking, this enterprise arranges for hands-on guidance from technicians at every stage. Now each disadvantaged household has at least one person to master one or two practical skills, but it's easier said than done.
You are the person that is teaching the villagers how to grow camellia. Can you tell me if there are any difficulties they encounter?
企业进入之初呢，林农对我们呢这一块的一个现代化的一个管理办法存在的排斥、沟通困难，完全的对我们是一个不信任的。那后期怎么办呢？后期我们用自己的基地做了一个现代化的一个管理，一段周期后，林农逐步才相信我们，然后按照我们这种抚育的办法抚育油茶。
After training, the new tea oil camellia trees are harvested, 1 year earlier than the old ones, and the oil yield is significantly higher. Today, villager Tsai has turned into an expert. In fact, she is the epitome of the millions of villagers who have been helped across the country. In China, there are now more than 10,000 private companies like this that are committed to helping economically disadvantaged villagers to accelerate the process of poverty eradication. I was curious to see how this enterprise became associated with poverty reduction.
我们在创业之初的时候，我们公司当时就了解到我们当地的老百姓有种植油茶的很悠久的历史。我们这边的种植的面积很多，但是呢，我们每家每户自己家里面都有油茶，但是它不可以当着产品化、商品化进行销售，所以呢，我们的老百姓的收入还是比较低的。看到这样子的情况，我们就想呢，就是能不能通过我们加工 达标更好的茶油，然后再到市场里面销售，然后再帮助老百姓过上更好的日子。
In line with this idea, the Camellia Company has developed a set of unique poverty alleviation programs. First, the company provides seeds, fertilizers and tools free of charge. Second, the foresters are instructed to plant according to the organic standards. And then the company buys the product at 10% or even 20% above the market price. Last but not least, the company employs local people to work in the mountains and factories. In China, corporate social responsibility is being successfully applied to poverty alleviation practices. Companies no longer limit their vision to profits, but give more consideration to the interests of the economically disadvantaged people and the development of the mountain economy, thus contributing to the overall development of society.
我们有10天的新员工入职的这些培训，我们也让他建立自己的自信。然后呢，我们尽量安排一些比较轻的，然后比较容易上手的这些活，让这些贫困户迅速的能够在就业岗位上发挥余热，然后让他觉得自己有尊严的，能够体面的赚到这份工资。
因为我们的支持啊，他也很感恩我们企业，工作态度也是积极的。那么我们企业对农户的这个帮扶在企业和农户之间实现了互利的双赢。
I also reached out to employee Chun Bizun to ask her what her job was like and what it brought to her.
我之前在这红竹地附近打零工工资也不稳定，后面就听到这边有帮助困难户，我们就来到这边了。以前有时候1000多几百，工作不稳定，现在会稳定了。他每个月收入3500，也有社保什么的，公司都会帮我们做很多。
The government also cooperates with enterprises to establish poverty alleviation workshops to help economically disadvantaged households find employment at their doorstep, so that they not only earn money with their craft, but also do not have to go far away from home. The government ensures basic living conditions by building infrastructure, and companies use factories to help villagers become self-reliant. Beyond that, what other ways are there to help reduce poverty? I remember that Xiao Dongqiao told me that there were many young people in the village engaged in e-commerce, so I went to meet him.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, what are you doing here?
我在做图，做宣传页。
Oh, you're promoting things. Oh, that's kind of an interesting job you have. How did you find this job?
在来这边之前呢，我是在家里做一些零工专门带孩子的。然后现在开始了，在电商这一行开始做，慢慢的做起来了。将近1年的时间呢，差不多已经稳定了，跟以前比收入已经高了。前2年呢，我们家在这边买了套房子，然后现在都在城里了。
I think you like this kind of work, but why do you like it?
我们可以通过互联网卖给全国的人，然后这样子呢，我们不止收入能增加，对不对？还能把这些就是帮忙家里的人一起推销一些农产品。
This e-commerce brand, built by the locals themselves, spreads information about special agricultural products to all over the country every day. Many young people are attracted by them and return to their hometown to start their own businesses, hoping to do their part in lifting their hometowns out of poverty. Poverty alleviation is not someone else's business, and mobilizing the locals also creates a lot of inspiration. Youxi shows us how businesses, governments and local people can coordinate their efforts and work together to help villages reduce poverty. But there are more causes of poverty, and the solution to poverty cannot be found in isolation. The combined efforts of these 3 parties created a powerful force for change in Youxi and offer a variety of options for changing the face of poverty-stricken villages in China and even around the world.